Now, next up is a very heartwarming story about a special guest. His name is Mugabi Byenkya. While his mother was pregnant with him, an ultrasound indicated that her baby was a girl, and she planned to name her Philomena. But instead, she gave birth to a boy. In 2014, at just 22 years, Mugabi suffered 2 strokes within a week of each other. Making a remarkable comeback, Mugabi has now authored a book driven by the emotions of this unusual turn of events in his life. Mugabi, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, from Philomena to Mugabi, well, every African country has a way of naming kids, and they have meanings. What does your name mean?
So I have 5 names, and Mugabi means the giver. Augustine is my Catholic name, which is the name of Saint Augustine, and Ateni means resourceful and cunning snake. Olatokumbo, which is my Yoruba name, means wealth and happiness from a foreign land, and Byenkya means God is with us.
Oh my goodness, because we have a little time here, and I want our viewers to understand this. So now, throughout your life, you were told you're supposed to be this girl, Philomena. How did that make you feel?
I feel like it made me more open to alternative ideas about gender and the social construction of gender, and it made me more open to tapping into the feminine identity within me that all men have, and less confined by toxic masculinity.
Interesting. So you were not disappointed?
No, I was happy with it.
You don't feel mad about your parents doing it? So what now prompted you? You wrote this book, and, I want our viewers to take a look at that. You wrote this book. It's called Philomena.
Dear Philomena.
Dear Philomena. And you're having conversations with Philomena. You were supposed to be that girl. How does that make you feel? How do you feel connected to
the reason that I started writing the book was because I wanted a way to get everything off my chest that I didn't feel comfortable speaking to with my friends and family. And so the character of Philomena was perfect for me to just have an unfiltered conversation with. And then I ended up really falling in love with the creation process and tapping into an alternative identity of mine.
Now, we're supposed to show that book, but then again, I'm thinking, now, in addition to writing, you are also a poet and a rapper. How did that come about?
I started writing poetry and rapping actually before I was writing. And so I have always loved performing because my older brother is also a musician, and so I got into that more naturally just due to copying my older brother. And poetry was just for me easier than rapping because I don't need music, so I can just do it anytime.
Very interesting. Now, you've had 2 strokes, one at age 9 and
3
2
total,
more.
actually.
3 in total, 2 more at age 22. So at some point you also faced death. How do you feel about this, and how do you manage actually to stay upbeat?
Life is too short because I'm not supposed to be here right now. I was supposed to die when I was 9. I was supposed to die twice more when I was 22. And no doctor can tell why I'm still alive. And so one thing that it just taught me is life is too short to take things for granted. And so just take every moment.
Life is too short. That means that's the message you want our viewers to get from this book.
Pretty much, yep.
Pretty much. Mugabi, your story is phenomenal.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for coming on Africa 54. Now, Mugabi, as I said, thank you for coming here, and thank you for writing this great book, Dear Philomena.